Hello students, welcome to Digital Learning DCE. Myself Dr. Manjula S, working as Assistant Professor of Botany. In this session, let us study about systematic position, family characteristics and economically important plants of subfamily Papilionaceae belongs to Leguminosae. Let us start with brief introduction to family Leguminosae. As we all know, in our daily life, we use many number of pulses as well as vegetables like pea, groundnut, green gram, dal, soybean, etc. as our food source. All this belongs to family called Leguminosae. It is called by another name called Fabaceae, which is the third largest family of flowering plants and second largest family of dicotyledons. The family Leguminosae has been divided into three subfamilies like Papilionaceae, Caesalpinae and Mimosae. The plants belong to this family are distributed throughout the world, which include many well-known vegetables, ornamental trees, as well as fodder crops. Usually, the plants are with root nodules, pinnately compound leaves, and seeds inside a fruit called pods or legumes, hence the name Leguminosae. Coming to the subfamily Papilionaceae, it belongs to kingdom Plantae, division Angiospermae, class Dicotyledonae, subclass Archiclamidae, order Rosales and family Leguminosae, which is the largest among the three subfamilies of Leguminosae. This Papilionaceae is commonly called as pea family, which contains 482 genera and 7,200 species, which are cosmopolitan in distribution and occur abundantly in tropical and subtropical regions of the world. In India, it is represented by 100 genera and more than 750 species commonly found in hills and plains. The plant belongs to this family are either xerophytes, which are growing in less availability of water, maybe mesophytes, which are land plants, and also hydrophytes, which are growing in aquatic habitat. Coming to the vegetative characteristics of the family Papilionaceae. The plants belongs to this family are predominantly herbs with soft stem. Sometimes they are erect or climbing shrubs. Very rarely tree species are found. Coming to the root system, in case of Papilionaceae, is much branched taproot system, which are provided with a special structures called root nodules containing a nitrogen fixing bacteria called rhizobium, which generally helps in fixation of atmospheric nitrogen. Then the stem of Papilionaceae are herbaceous in nature, maybe woody, erect or climbing. In case of climbing species, they are provided with special modifications called tendril, which are thin coiled wire-like structures, generally helps in climbing and support. The stem may be branched, angular or cylindrical in shape, which are solid or sometimes hollow. Hollow stem is otherwise known as fistular. Coming to the leaves of Papilionaceae, leaves are opposite or alternate, may be simple or compound leaf. If compound, they may be pinnately compound or agitately compound. They are also provided with stipules and the leaf base is usually pulvinous. That means bulged leaf structure is found. The inflorescence of Leguminosae is of racemose type, or sometimes the flowers are arranged in groups called panicles which is observed in case of Dalbergia, are dense axillary heads as found in case of Trifolium. Sometimes they may be solitary as in case of Lathyrus. In this slide, we can observe the habit sketch of a plant where the stem is herbaceous and it is provided with the opposite leaves, and here we can observe the tendrils which generally helps in climbing and support. The flowers of this subfamily are zygomorphic in nature, that means they are irregular with a single standard petal, two winged petal and two keel petals. In this diagram we can observe the branched taproot system with root nodules, which in turn encloses a nitrogen fixing bacteria called rhizobium. Here we can see the racemose type of inflorescence where the main axis keeps on growing and the flowers are arranged in the manner of acropetal succession, where older flowers at the base and younger one at the top, and the opening of flower is centripetal. And here we can see the pinnately compound leaf with pulvinous leaf base. In this diagram we can observe the trifoliar compound leaves. Trifoliate or trifoliar compound leaf, which is a characteristic feature of Papilionaceae. Coming to the flowers, they possess bracts and bracteoles. They also provided with a stalk, hence the flowers are pedicellate in nature and they are complete. Complete flower means they possess all the floral whorls like calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Usually the papilionaceous flowers are zygomorphic in nature, that means they are irregular and bisexual, since they provided with both the sex organs like androecium and gynoecium. The flowers of Papilionaceae are bisexual in nature. They are pentamerous, that means the floral whorls are in 5 number or multiples of 5. And the flowers are hypogynous with superior ovary, or perigynous where the ovary is half superior and half inferior. Coming to the calyx, which is the outermost wall of a flower. The individual units of calyx are called as sepals. There are usually 5 sepals united to form a tube-like structure with valvate or imbricate aestivation. Next, corolla. It is the second wall of a flower. The individual units of corolla are called as petals. The corolla is papilionaceous in nature, that means butterfly-like. The corolla are unequal in size. The outer posterior larger petal is referred as standard petal, and 2 medium-sized lateral petals are referred as winged petals. Next to the winged petal, there is another 2 petals which are united to form a boat-like structure called keel petal, which are arranged in the form of descendingly imbricate aestivation. So in this butterfly-like flower, we can observe one posterior standard petal called banner. Next to that, medium-sized petals are called as wings or alae, and the innermost petals united to form a boat-like structure are called keel petal or carinae. Coming to the androecium of Papilionaceae, which is the male sex organ of the particular flower. The individual units are called stamens. Here usually 10 stamens are there, which are either in the form of diadelphous or monoadelphous condition. In case of diadelphous, the stamens are in 2 bundles, whereas in case of monoadelphous, all the 10 stamens are united to form a single bundle. Sometimes anthers may be free. They are dithecous, dorsifixed and introse. Then coming to the gynoecium, which is the female reproductive part of a flower. it is monocarpellary in nature. Ovary is superior. Since the flower is hypogynous, the ovary of the Papilionaceae is superior. It is provided with single chamber, hence it is unilocular with marginal placentations. Ovules are arranged at the margin of the fruit. The style is simple and stigma is capitate. Coming to the fruit. Fruit of Papilionaceae are otherwise known as legume or pod, which is a characteristic feature of the family. The legume is a dry, dehiscent fruit which will open by both the sutures. Then the seeds of Papilionaceae are non-endospermic in nature with curved embryo. The pollination in case of Papilionaceae is entomophilous, that means it is carried by means of insects. Since they are provided with brightly colored petals, the insects get attracted towards it to suck the nectar, hence aids in pollination. Then coming to the floral formula, it is nothing but the representation of floral walls and its arrangement. So floral formula of Papilionaceae is as follows. It is zygomorphic, which is represented by percentage symbol followed by the symbol which indicates the bisexual nature of flower. Both male as well as female sex organs are present, and the symbol is followed by capital letter K, which represents the calyx. The calyx in case of Papilionaceae are 5. Since they are united, they are put inside the bracket. Then corolla is represented by capital C. Since they are arranged in the form of descending imbricate estivation, out of 5 petals, 1 is standard petal, next 2 are called winged petals, another 2 petals united to form a keel petal. So the floral formula for the corolla includes 1 plus 2 plus 2. Then capital A indicates the androecium, male part. Out of 10 stamens, since they are in diadelphous condition, 9 stamens are united to form single bundle. Yes, they are put inside the bracket, plus 1 which is free. Then G represents the gynoecium, and the line below the letter G indicates the hypogynous flower with superior ovary. And since it is provided with single carpel, so we put it as 1. So this is the floral formula of Papilionaceae. In this diagram, we can see the vegetative characteristics of Papilionaceae, where this is a flowering branch showing opposite pinnately compound leaves, and we can observe the tendrils which generally helps in climbing and support. This is a flower which is zygomorphic in nature, and the outer wall is called calyx, which is united, and corolla is butterfly-like with single standard petal, 2 wing petal and 2 keel petals. So here we can see the androecium, where it is arranged in diadelphous condition. 9 stamens are united to form one bundle, whereas the 10th stamen remain free. And this is a gynoecium with monocarpellary, simple style and stigma. So this is a pod or legume, which is a dry dehiscent fruit which will open by means of both the suture, and the ovules are arranged in marginal placentation. This is the floral diagram of the family Papilionaceae. Coming to the economically important plants of Papilionaceae. As I already mentioned, Papilionaceae is of great economic value since it provides the plants for food, oil, fiber, timber, dye, medicinal plants as well as ornamental plants. Let us study one by one in detail. The plants which are used as food source include Pisum sativum, commonly called as pea, Glycine max, commonly called as soya bean, Vigna radiata, that is commonly called as green gram. All these plants are used as pulses, which are the rich source of protein. Then coming to the oil yielding plants of the family, that is Arachis hypogea, commonly called as groundnut. It yields an oil, edible oil, which is used for cooking purposes. And the oil extracted from Pongamia pinnata seeds is used as a lubricant and also in soap making industries. The plant like Crotalaria gentiana, which is commonly called as sun hemp, yields fiber which is used for making ropes and gunny bags. Then the plants of timber yielding includes Dalbergia sisu, Dalbergia latifolia and Pterocarpus dalbergioides, which are used to make interiors and furnitures. Then the plant like Indigofera tinctoria, Crotalaria striata and Clitoria ternacea yields dye, which is used in painting industry and also in textile industry to dye the fabrics. Then there are some plants of medicinal value like Glycyrrhizia glabra. It is used to make cough syrups, and Abrus precatorius. The leaf and stem extract is used in the form of a decoction used to cure cold and cough. Then the important plant like Trigonella fenugreecium, it has the medicinal value, which is generally used to reduce the glucose content in body by diabetic patients and also used as a coolant. There are some ornamental plants of the family like Lathyrus odoratus, which is producing beautiful flowers with various colors like that. Clitoria tinctoria is produce blue color flower, and Erythrina. Erythrina is a tree species which is going to produce orange color, scarlet orange color flowers, hence it is grown as ornamental. Pongamia pinnata and Sapphora japonica are provided, they are used as ornamental plants as well as shade plants along the roadside. These are the plants of economic value of Papilionaceae. For further details according to this topic, you need to refer the following references. So with this, I am going to conclude my today's session. Thank you.